Hello, good people. Let's see if anybody comes in here. I didn't set this up for, as any kind of like warning, like, hey, I'm coming up in 30 minutes. I didn't do that. So, this is me live, trying to make a decision on what I'm going to do. Let's see if anyone comes in. I'll give it a few minutes. I've still got a little patience left in me. See if anyone catches up on this. Not into this like I used to be. Had to shut down my whole channel and all my videos, you know. So, yeah, just not into YouTube as I was, but here lately, find it a very good outlet for me to talk to people and find out what's going on with other people's hearts and in their minds and in their souls and what's going on in their life. And I'm interested in that. Something that really interests me. It's raining over here, obviously. What's up that way? Hey, man. Is it dry where you are? Yeah, man, it's been raining a lot here lately. Fourth Wall, uh, Fourth Wall Observer talked about this and how it's been raining so much, and the lawn. Yeah, the lawn has been a big issue, man. The lawn just keeps growing and growing. The grass just keeps getting higher and higher and has to be cut so much more. But the rain is good. The rain is good. It gives us a quiet time to think about what I need to do. Um, so, if anybody is unaware of this, I recently lost my job. My I lost my income because I was, in my opinion, justifiably angry at someone who uh, held me down and put me under threat of force so that, for free speech, because I got up on YouTube quite a while back and spoke up against pedophiles and the way government works and how people are going to be wearing masks in the next 5 years if they're not careful. And yeah, here we are. Ooh, dry. Yeah. Hopefully not too dry that way. Hopefully not too dry. Everybody needs a little rain in their life. I see a bubble that looks like it's got a little ring around it. So everybody needs a little rain in their life to sit back and contemplate. But I'm trying to decide if I'm going to start my own business. Ooh, well, maybe I could get a little of that rain back over to you that way, wherever you are. I forget where everybody is. Forgive me if uh, Forgive me if I don't remember where everybody is and what they're all doing. I know Annie D has gotten too much rain. There's threats of tornadoes coming through her. So praying for her, making sure she's all right, just for one. But really struggling with this decision, and I know that either decision will be the right one. It doesn't bother me if I take a big chance and lose everything for a little while. Western Washington. Yeah, not Washington, D.C. Okay, I got you. So you're up north, northeast. Northwest. My bad. So, yeah, pretty country up there, huh? A buddy of mine went up there to grow and sell, and he's very good at what he does. He's kind of found his niche because he had been doing a lot of growing for a long time illegally, and then when things became legal, man, there's a lot of when things became legal, and he started growing things, legally, and got a job at it, and good for him. He's doing very well for himself now, and he's in Washington State, not Washington D.C., not the District of Columbia, which is what Washington D.C. stands for. So funny how Columbus and the Washington State and the Washington D.C. and there's always two with the Americans, huh? Always two meanings to a word. Yeah, funny how that works. So got just enough money in the bank to make it for maybe 2 more weeks to live comfortably. And I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go back to work by the hour, just because it's so tough for a man that doesn't drive and is under my um, situation to where I'm being held down for 2 years because I chose my voice as a right to free speech. So, and then funny, funny, not funny, spoke out about this, and spoke against this, and said, hey, it's my right to free speech, and, you know, got let go from my job because of this. Kind of strange how that worked out, huh? Boy, what times we live in. Boy, what times. But things are going to change. Things are going to change. I mean, they're changing slowly, and I think they should. Because if humanity changes too quickly, it's kind of like losing a lot of weight too fast. You'll just gain it all back. So, never want like a violent revolution in America, not like a civil war again. But I think we're at a good place to where we could do this intellectually. It would be a lot more effective, you know. So what I'm talking about here is a major decision, and do I play it safe or do I go for broke? And I'm a guy that has always been very secure. Don't have a whole lot of fear of me, but there are things to be fearful of. You know what I mean? I don't want the water to get shut off or the power to get shut off or, things like that. Phone can't be shut off at this point, being in the situation that I am and under authoritarian control. So there's that. I know I'm being vague, but, you know, maybe some can read between the lines, and some of you know my situation, so, you know, if you do, you can kind of think about it for a while and understand what I'm talking about. So I've asked a lot of people, and I've got a lot of different answers. And one of the answers I got when I was talking about it to somebody, actually talking to my landlord about it, he was so supportive, like overly, really, that he was like, that dude, just go for broke, and see what happens. You know what I mean? Even if you end up working at McDonald's, at least you can say you tried. It's gonna be my third try at having my own business, and for somebody that doesn't drive, I have to depend on other people and network quite a bit more than somebody who has a driver's license in their own van. Now, it is my objective to get my driver's license back in the next 2 years. I've gone 15 years without this, man, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of being held down just because, again, um, not to blame everything on authoritarians, but I was my license was taken away by somebody who was having a very bad day, and you know that's very unfortunate. You know, uh, to be straight up, I had the second time my license was taken away was for a DUI, but I wasn't drunk, not even close. I had an angry cop. First time, first time I had a DUI, yeah, mm-hmm, Totally deserve that one. About a blocking away from my house at 3 in the morning, coming home, speeding, nobody else on the road. Yeah, all those factors aside, I totally deserved my first DUI. I really did. So there's that. My second one, yeah, I'm in uh, I'm in a police station and other cops are asking me why I'm even in there. I was just so fucking sober, not to cuss, but you get what I'm saying. As a person that has a lot of hard lessons, my lessons hand down to me very, how I say, cursory. My lessons are handed down to me very hard, and you either rise above it or you suffer greatly. And I choose to rise above it. You know, that's what I've learned to do, and that's probably one of my life lessons that I've had to learn. So there's that. So I'm just struggling with this decision. It's hard to just. It's hard to be like, yeah, do I play it safe or do I just go all in? You know, um, it's there's a lot of fear in just going all in. You know what I mean? I don't want the water to get shut off and the power to get shut off. You know what I mean? Have no income, and again, having to depend on other people. I do like making money on my own terms, and I do believe that I could do it if I can find some people that I could really depend on. But I've been trying to call a couple people here yesterday, and I'm gonna try later on today. So I'm gonna base my decision on that and make my decision by the middle of next week and see which way I'm gonna go. But it's taking me time to do this because important decisions take time and a lot of thought because these are big decisions and we have to make them. Uh, yeah, when it's an important decision to make, we have to make them. You know, we have to make the right decision. And again, I think either way, it's going to be fine. So who's all in here? Just that way? Everybody else is lurking? So that's topic. Decisions. Do we play it safe or do we go for the gusto? And throw ourselves out there and see what is. Oh, I gotta stretch. Oh shit. All right, so that way, super conscious explorers. Hey there. Good morning. Yes, it is still morning. It's 10 till noon here. 11:50, roundabout. So the sky video I made yesterday, someone had commented this good morning on the sky video, and I didn't read the comment until this morning. But it was a nice sky. But yes, so I guess I can go all in and be like, what would you guys do? You know, or under the situations that I've given, I've helped 3 or 4 people start their own business because I am dependable. Yes, and I pride myself on being dependable, but it's been my experience that most people are not very dependable. 950 where you are, super conscious. 950. Oh, well, on the other side of the world there, or what? I mean, it's getting dark, and I'm just coming into the afternoon. Code, what is up, bruh? Thanks for showing up, dog. Um, so I'm talking about a decision that I'm trying to make. That I got laid off my job because of some things, I said about somebody else, which had no bearing or had anything to do with the people I was working for whatsoever. I still don't understand how the hell that happened, but Yeah, so I'm talking about should I start my own business and go for broke? It would break me completely, or go to work, play it safe, and go to work by the hour for someone. And I don't drive. Um, to have my own business, I would have to have some people that I could truly depend on. So, thanks for showing up, Cope, man. You're awesome. It's, man, you and that way, people like y'all keep me going in this, you know? Oh, Super Conscious is in Washington State. Yeah, this really, there's no answer. It's just a decision, Super Conscious. So, I'm going to make that decision. And like I said, I'll stick by whichever decision I make, and it'll be the right one. I mean, it'll all work out either way. But the happiest times in my life were when I had my own business and I could make money on my own way. So I always welcome advice, but in the end, I'm going to make my own decision, you know, based on what's best for me and what's best for people around me too. So nice. Yes, I'll make the right decision because it will be mine to make. Yes, and I'm a man that prides himself on being able to think for myself, being able to make my own decisions, and not having other people make decisions for me. And that's kind of why I want to start my own business again. So, yeah, yeah, it is a rough life. Let me back up in the chat, make sure I didn't miss anything. I'm getting written permission to use a legal name, so therefore, it's good to have. It's good to be a little comfortable. You know what I mean? I like to have a few beers every once in a while, and like to be able to smoke cigarettes. Giving up a few other things. Um, Not anything like drugs. I've given up my edibles. Man, I miss that. I'd have quit drinking them. If I could have done edibles, um, I would have probably just quit drinking completely. Not that I drink that much anymore, but especially now since I lost my job, and somebody that has no income shouldn't be spending money on beer. But two thumbs up. Thanks, guys. Two thumbs up and three in the house. Coach still here? I got something to say. Yeah, it's raining there too. Teacher, code. You're in England, right? Or London? Doesn't it always rain there? I'm not sure. It's good logic. Um, I move so fast in my words, I'm not sure what you're referring to, but yeah. I mean, I try to be logical. You know what I mean? It's the best way to be in the physical world. There's a fine line. There's a certain amount of spirit that has to go into it, too. Yeah. Work is work. Um, my spiritual work and my physical work, you know, balanced. I like to balance these things out. Now, I do like more time to myself, and when I have my own business, I can make more money, and I have more time to myself. Now it's a little more hectic, and I have to do a little more work, um, as in brain work, but that's no big deal, you know. But it gives me more time to do my spiritual work when I have my own business. I like that, you know, and I'm leaning towards that. Ooh, we got five in the building. Um, I got rained out today that way. Working, you know. Um, we're queens, but yeah. Got rained out today, so I thought it'd be a good day to do some networking and call some other people. One of the problems with this is, and not to be concentrating on the negative, but again, trying to logically work this out in my head openly and freely between everybody. And honestly, is the thing fucking up? Oh, look at that. It got a little wet. So one of the things that I was kind of worried about, I guess, and still am a little bit, is that a lot of my old friends that have done me wrong or has no interest in me or that can't be trusted, I've completely just ignored them and thrown them out of my life. Now, this is not to say everyone, because there have been a few people that have tried to contact me and been a good friend to me, and I just seemed like I didn't have the time for them at the time, if that makes any sense. I gotta dry this thing off or it's gonna fog up. Give me just a second here, guys. So yeah, there's that. But it is a decision, and we can go right, and we go left, and we go in the middle. But at the very end of the day, you know, I think the right decision will be made, the correct one. I don't want to say right. I want to say the correct. The moral decision is the most effective decision there is. And I'm tired of other people being in control of how much money I make and doing $300 worth of work and getting $60 for it. You know, I don't like that. Never been like that. Man, all the videos are popping up as I'm doing this video. But so I mean, in case nobody knows, I do a lot of construction stuff. Some light carpentry. I can replace windows and build things with wood, and mostly what my specialty is flooring, and tile work, you know, those kind of things. I hate doing carpet, but I do some light carpet if it made, put some income. I'd do that if it brought some money in. So, what's going on with you guys? That's why they say. But yeah, it does rain a lot. Yeah, it does rain a lot in as king asking. Yeah, yeah, play on words. I'm not king. Never want to be. Heavy lad's the crown. So, God save the king. Long live the king. Why be a king when you could be a god? Yeah. And I like that. Be a god, not the god. I like the way you term that way. I like the way you do that. That's a very good way to word that because we're all part of a god, not the god. A lot of this new age thing is like, oh yeah, we're all the god, and yeah, we're all part of the creator, if I can say it like that. I don't want to. Oops. I don't want to mess things up too bad on my speech. Oops again. Sing King. Yeah. We got a lot of kings in there today, don't you? That way. Free your mind, yeah. Yeah, mind is free. Mind is free. Body, not so much. Physical body, under duress, under others' physical control, under authoritarian control. Uh, Movement is restricted. What I don't want, and what I'm really at war right now with, is that my speech should be free because it's not a physical thing. It's my opinion, it's my knowledge, it's the things I know, and it's my right to say what I want as long as I'm not threatening anybody. So, yeah. Ooh, code. Be still and know that I am God. Man, I've always loved that quote. Sandone? Sandor. Oh. So what did anybody like look? I never really looked into the lightning strike and when the queen died. Was that a correlation? Did that happen like? Um, did that happen within minutes of each other, or within an hour of each other? Or never really looked into that. If anybody knows that, put it up. Core is heart. Yeah. Well, core. Yeah, core is the middle. Yeah. So core is the heart. I work on my core a lot, which would be where my legs and my upper torso meet. I try to keep my I try to keep my weight off, which I've gained a lot of weight over the last couple of years working this easy peasy job. You know, started out really good, but at the end started making peanuts, and yeah, can't live off of peanuts. Can't help anybody else out. Can't help myself out. So um, now I'm here. Now I'm here with a decision to make. You know, so. Big decision though. Damn, I'm 30 minutes into this. 223. 2637 on the chat. 1203 on the clock for code. Those numbers. So numbers don't lie. People lie about numbers though. That's why I like speech, because I can word things correctly and talk to people in a certain way, as long as my timing is correct. Being a cap and just going through a lot of the things that I've gone through, I've discovered that timing in talking to somebody is just as important as what I say. You know, I could say something. It's dog psychology sometimes. I could say something really harsh and speak it in baby terms and say it really super nicely and put it into certain words and people will accept it. I could say something really nice and say it aggressively and say it in anger and it won't be accepted. So, if anybody gets that, I mean, just talking about numbers and words there. But my brother's a gematria guy. Got no clue what that's about. So my brother's the numbers guy. I'm the speech guy. He's a Leo. I'm a Capricorn. We're complete opposites, and in both ways. So, but he does things that I can't do, and I do things that he can't do. So it works out pretty well. You know. So, all right. Where was I? Care is hard. Yeah, and we need more care. Oh, core is hard. Yeah. Well, I'm all for love, but people need to care more. You know. So that's where I'm at on that. I'm all about love and I'm all about good love. I am. I really am. And I'm all about caring and giving more so than love. Because, yeah, me and Geneva was talking about this yesterday, which I'm not so sure if, well, I'm not going to go into that. I don't want to bring her into that. But she was right. You know what I mean? After I thought about it for a while, she's like, yeah, I mean, I'm not so sure about that. And I had to give it some thought before I would, like, finally agreed. This is the way I do things. I think about something for a while before I agree or disagree with it. I don't agree or disagree with something. Most of the time, I don't do that immediately. So, here we are. 223 on the BBC. What is the BBC? I thought that was the television program. I thought that's what that was. BBC is a television program in British Columbia or British Columbia. God, I'm an idiot. So, am I running out of things to say? I'm really just struggling with this, and I'm gonna make some more phone calls this afternoon. See if I can get in touch with some people and most of these people, well, all of these people, are gonna be people that I just didn't have time for, or didn't think I had time for at the time. And now I need their help, and I kind of ignored them, and now I need them, and we'll see. We'll see if we'll see if everybody's heart's in the right place because yeah, I did kind of wrong there by ignoring the good ones and shooting out the bad ones at the same time. Just I get involved in my own life, and you know, I get as much as I like to care and do things for other people. I get involved in my own life, and sometimes I'm like, yeah, I don't have time for this right now, and somebody might be deserving of it, and I don't give them the the time that they deserve. I mean, to put it simply. So, all right, 31 minutes, 31:23 code. Do a countdown right there. But I don't know. It's a very tough decision, because nothing is ever really safe, and it'd be just as hard to get an hourly paying job as it would be to get jobs on my own and be my own boss. You know, one might be a little more challenging than the other, and I struggle with it. That's all I'm doing, and I brought it out here so I could discuss it with y'all, so that y'all may know me a little better, and to see what kind of things that I go through too. I know a few people that I follow on YouTube, man, have really got it tough, and oh man, I feel so bad for you guys. You know, some people think that I've got it tough, and some people think that I've got it good. It's I guess it's all a matter of perspective, really. Some people get jealous of that I don't have a wife and kids running around me all the time, and I have time to relax sometimes. But at the same time, it gets a little lonely. You know what I mean? Nobody to talk to, and certain kinds of people I talk to. It's not really on my intelligent level, if I can say that. I mean, at the risk of sounding cynical there, I don't want to do that. But, some people I feel like are not on my intelligent level, man, and that's still, that makes me lonely in a crowd. And that's a damn shame. It's a damn shame when you feel lonely around a lot of other people. That makes me cynical. That's the best way I could put it, you know. But I do realize that everybody is smart and dumb in different ways, and I look at it like that. And it helps me see people in a different light and be like, well, he's not got a great memory, but he's really good at something else. Or, he doesn't have this, but he does have that. So that's the way I try to look at things, and it helps me see people in a different light and be objective, to be objective about other people, and not be so judgmental on them, because maybe cynical is being objective. I mean, maybe cynical is being judgmental, you know. So I don't want to be cynical like that, but I am a person that can be lonely in a crowd full of people, you know, just not having somebody that's on my mental level. And it's people like to call it on YouTube and shit. Like, it's not my kind of tribe of a person, not interested in the same sort of subjects that I'm interested in. You know what I mean? If I want to talk cars and somebody else wants to talk boats, then you know what I mean. You're not probably going to talk to that person for very long, or not be very interested in the conversation. If that makes any sense. If I'm making any sense whatsoever, I'm just rambling on here, y'all. So I appreciate y'all coming in, man, and listening. And a couple old school y'all have stuck by me for so long. That way in particular, Code, and anybody else that you know happened to be here for a long time. And recently, I discovered that there were some people that were on my channel for a very long time and was like, "What happened to the other videos?" You know what I mean? And I did not even recognize these people. I was like, "What?" Never even commented on these on my channel until this happened. So anybody who's stuck with me throughout the years, man, thanks, guys. Because we need to support each other. We all do. We are all we've got here in the physical. And as much as I believe in the spiritual and stuff like that, and there are other entities that we cannot see physically with our own eyes, we can still use our pineal gland and our third eye, so to speak, to see them. And, we're not really trained. Most of us are not really trained to do that. I know I had to train myself to see it, and I'm not really trying to do that anymore. I went through that phase that I'm not really trying to do that anymore. So, really trying to concentrate on this life, and I'll deal with the spiritual life, as much as it is entwined with the physical one. I'll do that too. I'll deal with both of them as it comes. But right now, I have a physical decision to make, and that's kind of what I'm concentrating on. All right, we're dwindling out here. Everybody's starting to leave. And I've been on for 36 minutes, and I think I've rambled on enough. And I want everybody to know that I appreciate you guys' support. I will continue to support everyone that I can, and always lift you up. It's my job to lift others up, and in doing so, I have prospered and been very lucky. And you can't call it luck if that's what's really going on. I have tried to help other people out, and by proxy, when I was in desperate need, others helped me out. Just just because I had done good things for other people, that I could do something good for Jane, and 3 years later, Joe says, "Well, I'm going to do this good for you." And Joe and Jane never knew each other. It's just the way karma works. Now I'm going off, I'm ranting on a different subject. But people are leaving, and I'm going to close this down because I don't want to just get into a situation where I'm just babbling. I don't want to babble on. Babylon. So, thank you guys. Thanks for listening to me. Like and leave a comment if you want. I mean, it's your choice. If you really liked it, don't lie and like it. But if you got something to say, I'd be more than willing to listen. Even trolls. We'll get this whole troll thing. Never had too much problems with trolls. My man that can speak and know what I'm talking about. And if I don't, I'll ask. So, I know there's been a troll problem here in some of the communities I've been watching here lately. But I personally, I don't get it. A lot of times trolls are just troubled souls. So, try to help them too. If you can. Some can't be helped. Love you guys. Peace. I will see you guys in the comments. All right? Got the day off, so I'll be around. Thanks, guys. Terry, you want to say bye? Huh? You want to say bye? Look at your head all tilted sideways. Boy, you're such a good-looking dog. You need a bath, though. All right, gonna get a dog a bath. All right, that's it for me. Guys, stay good. Peace, love, and good strength.